first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taysom Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it and be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
After 1, 7-0. On EA Sports.
Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Tua. Open man is Duvernay. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Kevin Duvernay. A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They're going to try and throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Now Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
J.K. Dobbins.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Flushed out right. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. Looking to pass. Tua. That's taken in by Duvernay. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam. Especially
against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 2nd down, Tua. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From the gun, it's Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On play action, here's Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Mayfield off the play fake. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
First down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On third down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
At the 7-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. Mayfield with it once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but now it's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. A final shot before break. Hill to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
For Odell Beckham, incomplete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert able to knock this one through. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And the Raven first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Another run here with Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
At the 47-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
J.K. Dobbins.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Baltimore.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
4-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel, 93 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Browns 17, Ravens 7. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Gets past one man. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll go option to the short side, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So here we go on 4th. Hill. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sheldon Rankins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run here with Dobbins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our... Now, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, they won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
On the throwaway.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, option right. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I know in this spot they have to be thinking to themselves, let's go ahead and go for it right now. We don't know if we'll get another opportunity. But if you trust your defense at all, you kick the field goal and maybe have one more shot later.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. They'll roll him out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Ravens 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Ravens 10.